Welcome back, everyone. Episode 187 here on From the Sidelines. Another special guest. We'll get into it in a bit, but I'm excited to be here. We got one more week until WCPPL, our first one as a team, and we'll talk about that a little more later, especially probably bringing it up with our guests too. But before we jump in, thank a couple of our sponsors really quick. First and foremost, Weltz. Dude, Weltz Clothing. I love what they're doing over there. Corey, Scott Stewart, all the boys over there bringing out some new stuff coming up. Got some goggle straps here. Got shirts. Got they're dropping like a baby blue drip undershirt. I love it. I might have to get one. I don't know. I have so many shirts. God, I I could wear two a day and still have more than every day of the week. But dude, go to weltzclothing.com. Use the code FTS. Save yourself 10% on checkout, dude. It's worth it. Boys are doing good work over there. Next, Hormesis Paintball, dude. Alex, and everyone there. Excuse me. Good work. Love the bands. Love what they're doing too for paintball. Uh, we don't have a code. Maybe one day. Maybe we get big enough. Maybe we're the first people with codes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this takes us. But just give them love. Go give them love for what they're doing for paintball. And last but not least, uh, where we sharpen our swords, Capital Edge Paintball Park. All three of us are there damn near every weekend. Our guest comes out every now and then, with his guys, with his boys, and yeah, just thank you, Capital Edge. We'll see you out there this weekend too. So, boys, bring in Hatch really quick. How you doing, Hatch?
Oh, dude, thought it would never come. It feels good. It feels good to be here, dude. Honestly, another day, another dollar, another week, another podcast. So, dude, can't even complain. What a great day. 26. That's today's date.
It is. It is. I wrote that down a couple times. Stressful day. You had a good day though. I saw you made it to the gym and everything.
Yes, sir.
I had a little stressful day with some car issues and everything. Didn't make it to work, but god damn it, I hate car issues. Anyways, maybe I should get a bike. Aiden, what do you think about that?
I agree with this statement. You should get a bike.
Okay. Man, I don't know, but would you ride your bike to practice?
Fuck no. And after practice being all dirty.
You guys are talking about
having to put on a
motorcycle, right?
helmet-
Motorcycle bike,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Motorcycle.
Imagine carrying a gear bag on your fucking back going
Somebody
to
did that.
practice.
Remember when we were driving to the
Yeah.
night ball and there was a guy on a motorcycle?
Yeah, I was like, that
Yeah,
guy's a fucking beast.
I feel like my dad used to back in the day drive from where did he live at? Was he in Hayward at that time? Hayward to Vallejo, practicing on a motorcycle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Different times though. But anyways, dude, keeping them we're keeping them waiting long enough. All right, we're gonna bring in our special guest. We have Cody Woodruff. Right? Did I say that right? Woodruff.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Perfect. From ASG Aftermath. Dude, Cody,
Yep.
how are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for having me, honestly. I'm doing great. Getting ready for flying up north to practice you guys in Impact this weekend. So,
Ooh,
I'm excited,
uh,
dude.
yeah. It's always a blast. When was it like last year that you guys kind of came up semi regularly,
yeah, I was near
practicing
the
Impact?
season.
Yeah. That was nice. Whenever we see Impact or we hear that Impact's going to be there that a certain weekend, we're like, hopefully Aftermath's going to be there too. Because we like playing against you guys. You guys are cool. Even being in the same pit with you guys, like, it's like, all right. Look, we're playing against each other, but it's also us against them.
The common enemy, boys. There we go, Brandon. I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that. The common enemy, the Titan Edmonton Impact. Because, dude, they're great players, right? And sometimes they have a really good fucking weekend against us. And so, sometimes that's like one thing that us and Aftermath bond over is like, man, sometimes when Aftermath gets a good point, I'm like, oh, dude, that's low key for us too, I'm like, this is good. This is nice. So, just the fighting impact like that with you guys. You guys are just a all around great group of guys like you, Grayson. I don't know everybody's name, if I'm being honest, because I'm fucking ass. But
Fuck, I like Zach. Zach's cool.
Zach's a cool
Yeah,
guy.
Zach.
And I think his name's Jeremy. Jeremy, how do you pronounce
Yeah,
his last
Jeremy
name?
Doan.
Doan. Yeah, great group of
Yeah.
guys with Aftermath. But dude, Cody, tell us, where did you kind of come from? How did you kind of discover paintball?
Well, I've honestly grown up playing paintball.
Mm.
My dad was playing before I was born, so like I remember like maybe being like 10 years old and trying to wear like his camo gear and put on his mask. So it's honestly my entire life has been paintball has been part of it. So it's
You,
been
you,
quite a journey.
your dad competed back in the day too?
I think he played like one or two events, but it was never like super serious. But
Mm,
he was like a regular at SC Village. He definitely
okay.
has some good war stories against playing against some, OG players like Ron Kilborn and Dave Youngblood when they were
Hmm.
still playing at SC. So
Hell
Man,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
dude, I
that's
mean,
crazy.
so one thing that I kind of heard, I think from Brando, is with that your family was really rooted into paintball. How kind of is that?
yep.
Some people, like, when their parents kind of like push them to do something, they're like, I'm not really into it. How is that relationship with your dad? Like, did he push you to do it, or is it this thing you just kind of naturally came into?
Well, I think it started as like our kind of like bonding thing
Mm.
that we did together. So like very early memories of me and him driving at like super early going to SC Village before it was all developed, and there was just like cow dairy farms all around
Mm.
SC Village. Yeah, those are very early memories of playing paintball. And then we kind of started to build our own private facility. It started literally with one net
Wow.
and some hypertube pipe, and we used tires and dirt mounds. That was our paintball field with, yeah, just literally one net. And it's slowly grown over the years. COVID had a big impact on us. It was one of the things you could do in the area that was, socially acceptable and social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
So the field tripled
Wow.
like within month. It was crazy. It was crazy. And at the time I was doing web design for John Irvine. We had a small design agency and I got laid off from that, but the field was doing good, so I went back and started working for my parents again and helping grow the business.
That's awesome.
And yeah, since COVID, like it's been a wild ride. Like I
Yeah.
could not have predicted any of this. I didn't think I was gonna go pro back then, when COVID happened.
You know,
But
yeah, during COVID, it certainly was one of the activities that a lot of people were able to go do. And yeah, of course, all the paintball players are going to go out. Excuse me, going
Course
to go
correct.
out. Yeah, puberty. Are going to go out there, but yeah, also like were you guys since COVID? Were you guys able to retain a lot of the new players jumping in as well?
it's definitely I don't know if you talk to anybody else in the industry, it does seem like there is a now like a downturn since the peak of like COVID paintball and everyone getting stimulus checks,
Mm-hmm.
and spending
Mhm.
money on paintball. But we're just trying to do a better job, especially this year and end of last year was like trying to create more events and create more excitement at the field and
Mhm.
do a better job of creating a sense of community. I think that's been my main focus this season.
And one thing is the night ball, right? You guys are crushing with the night ball. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, the night ball's been fun.
how many nights a week do you do that?
So when we first got the lights, it was like literally every weekend. But since then, it's kind of slowed down. It doesn't seem sustainable for us to do it every single
Mm-hmm.
weekend. So now we're doing about 2 to 3 times a month. And it
Okay.
seems like Wednesdays seem to be better for us because it seems
Mhm.
like a different crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really cool because a lot of the players they like want to get into tournament paintball and they like want to play speedball. They have the high-end gun, they just don't know other players. So maybe they have the
Mhm.
buddy or two friends, and then they show up and it's like street ball. So anybody gets to play. And it's good mix, and I feel sometimes a little guilty when I'm shooting too many people. So I'll come off and like take video or something, try to get more promo stuff. So
No, that makes sense though to people wanting to get into the competitive side, and because the weekend would definitely be intimidating, right? With teams and
yeah.
a bunch
It's
of
hard,
people that
dude.
look like they know what they're doing. It definitely is intimidating. I know when I was starting out, like I wanted to go play, but not when teams were on there. Hell
It was
no.
scary, dude, because it's like people were like, oh, like the next 5 take the box, and if you don't have your 5, it's like, at least on like the speedball fields, kind of in a way, and sometimes they're like those kind of like not outcasts, but those people that are that one that kind of are coming to play and they're looking to get on like a squad. But sometimes, I mean, to be fair, we take paintball super fucking serious, right? We're playing shooty
Definitely.
ball with our boys, and we're trying to be the best at it, right? So sometimes just bringing on a brand new noob just isn't like right for that moment. So I feel like nightball during the week is just so good because it's not team based; it's incredibly casual, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So
It's
that's
a
awesome.
really good vibe.
Mhm.
Like it's super laid back. No one's taking it super like competitively. Like
Yeah.
it's just a good time.
So what does it cost for a normal night of nightball for like that
Uh,
for the average
so
person?
it's $40 for entry if you have your own equipment, and then you can bring your own paint,
Oh,
or you
hell
can
yeah.
buy it from us. Yeah, we're
Nice.
one of the few fields that still let people bring their own paint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are
for
tons of fields
JRPG,
that
yeah.
do field paint only, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I mean, at least for me, like there's I play at Capital Edge, which is 3 hours away from me, so like I don't buy my paint like at the local store, right? But there is a local paintball store that sells paint, and it's like it must be kind of hard for them where they order paint and then they kind of a lot of fields like just don't really accept it, you know. So that is really cool that you guys are still doing that. Like you don't see that's like a BYOB but in a good way, because because I mean sometimes people get like the homie hookup on some paint, especially when you're buying
Yeah,
white
definitely.
box in bulk. But damn, dude. But okay, Cody, I want one thing I wanted to ask you, dude. I've been seeing some of your content over TikTok, and dude, one that bro philosophically got me good. You were like, man, I've been training my whole life in such a niche sport. I don't remember
Yeah,
like all of exactly what you were saying, but I was like, man, like, dude, fucking hitting me on the nail on the head, right? We play so much paintball to where it's kind of our identity in our life. Tell me about that for you. What is it where now that you're on Aftermath at the top 1% of paintballers ever? What is that like for your mindset, for your health? How is it for you?
um, I think I think every year, almost in a way, it's a different storyline, kind of. Um, but yeah, it's been it's been a crazy ride. Um, yeah, you have to take time for yourself to really, for me, I have to take time for myself and really kind of be introspective and really think about, what I want to do with my time. And yeah, I mean, like after last year, because we seriously had one of our worst performances, ASG Aftermath. It was definitely a self-reflecting moment, right? It's like, how can I make this better, Because you have to, if you're wanting to play pro and you want to do this so seriously, you have to be thinking about how to improve every time.
Mm,
Otherwise, you're just wasting time and effort and money.
yeah. So
So,
I thought that was so incredible because I was like, man, the amount of times where I've like reflected back on like after a this is kind of leading into another question I have for you, like kind of after a bad event, it's like, dude, that plane ride home where I'm just like, sometimes I'll have my headphones on, but I'm not listening to anything. I'm just thinking, and I call it the athlete's plane ride, where every single mistake that you've ever made, everything that possibly could have gone wrong, you think about, right? How is it for you after a rough season or a rough event with Aftermath? How do you come back from that mentally, coming back and grinding against a big team like Impact?
I think you have to always be looking. I mean, it's a couple things, right? You have to always be looking for what you did right, right? You have to find success or, find ways that you did better or moments that worked because it can't all be negative, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
You need at least a few small wins somewhere. But then it's also just being super honest and open with yourself and, your teammates about the mistakes and how to improve on them. Um, and it's hard because a lot of paintball feels like there's these moments where it could have gone either way, right?
Mhm.
I can just think back of a couple like in each match where like if it went the other way, maybe we win that match, right? There was so many matches where we lost in overtime last season, and it feels like it's one call might have changed everything. So it's hard to not change too much, right?
Mhm.
Because I feel like it's a few percentage points from us doing a lot better this previous season. So I think that's the balance is finding, how to improve, but also not change the boat so much that it feels like a different team.
Yeah, because you, as you said, like overtime losses, and like it's right there. It just right there.
Yeah.
A couple mistakes being made, whatnot, right? Yeah, God, paintball's so hard sometimes.
It's so hard. It's
It
crazy, dude. It's
it is so
crazy how
hard.
much effort we have to put into this to be good at it. That's the thing I constantly think about.
I agree. Like yeah, I feel like the NFL players like they're training in the gym every single week, but like for paintball, it's such a unique skill and such a unique like kind of form to it and art if you will. It's like not very practical to practice every single day. Dude, if you're practicing every single day, it is going to be so expensive, right? And that's kind of transitioning me
Yes.
into my next like question is, dude, tell me about your 30 days of paintball, right?
Yeah, that was really
Right.
interesting.
That's awesome to see because I don't think any other pro has really presented it like that ever.
So I can't take credit for the idea. Jeremy Doan, who's my roommate, um,
I like that guy. He's
he
cool.
actually told me about it at the beginning of the last year. So it was like kind of mulling in my head for a while, and I thought about like what to do into January because I just created that TikTok and I got really positive reception from a lot of people. So it's like, how can I kick off this year something different? And it's like, well, that reminded me of the 30 days. And it's like I have this opportunity. I'm in this unique position because my parents own the field. I'm really close. I'm 20 minutes away from the field. Why not?
Yeah.
I can do it. I can make this happen. Let's do it. That was the idea. So, reality was, it was Saturday and Sundays were playing points, and then Monday through Friday were drill days.
But even then, right? It's just time on the field, time behind the gun. Like God, I don't know. I, God, it's like, being a professional paintball player, right? That's a dream in itself. But at least being able to go out and play every single day of the week, even just shooting targets, whatnot. I'm not. Uh, I don't know. I could do it in my backyard. I don't know.
You're in Stockton, you're
I
fine.
yeah,
They think
yeah.
it's normal.
It's not as loud as gunshots. It, but yeah, just having the ability to go do that. I Hatch would kill.
Dude, bro.
Um,
My
Hatch would
God.
kill for an opportunity like that. But it's cool, and it also like forces you throwing that challenge out. Like it forces you to post every day, and you have content in itself of
Yep.
doing it right, and which is awesome. Like you making that TikTok, it was just all over my for you page. It's
Every time.
yeah, anything paintball related. It was MLPB, Aaron, ARG Image, and you. So anytime paintball came up, I was like, damn, all right, cool. It's just like constant. So yeah, I really did like that series. And prior to that, do you know how like your longest streak of playing consecutive days of paintball was?
Oh, it was only like maybe 3 or 4 days for the layout, like when the layout dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing like 30 days.
Yeah, so you just like
How
multiplied your max by 5. Just went straight, you
Yeah.
know? That is awesome.
now?
It,
You, I'm assuming you're playing right now. Uh, Usually both days on the weekend, maybe a weekday or something doing drills. For 30 days, did you see any difference in that just short amount of time just playing, being behind the gun for a
Oh,
month straight?
100%. It was kind of insane. So like that first week going through that Monday to Friday and then playing on like points on Saturday and Sunday. Like Sunday, I was consistently hitting shots where it's like a oh shit moment where you see the guy and you like flick a shot
Hmm.
and it would connect. And I would be like I would be audibly like surprised, like, oh, I actually hit that shot, like consistently. Like it was multiple times every Sunday. I would hit shots that I would actually like surprise myself. It was insane.
Oh,
And the
goddamn.
reflexes.
That kind of reminds me, like
Yeah.
this is a kind of a weird relation to this, but kind of like gaming, where it's like more time behind the mouse, you're snapping onto the target. You're used to like making that wrist movement over like 1,000 times, to where
Yeah.
and whenever that opportunity presents itself, you hit it every time. So just being so used to your setup, like form, getting it perfected every single time, right? That's a skill in itself, right? And 30 days of paintball, dude, god damn, that is fucking sick. Another question I had for you about the 30 days. Did you ever feel like days where you were kind of like slacking, where you're like, man, like, oh man, like, fuck, I gotta keep up with my 30 days?
Oh yeah. The first week was definitely the hardest because I think we went a little too hard, like way too gung ho, and then maybe like halfway through, so like Wednesday or Thursday, like just the wall of like sore muscle soreness, fatigue
Yeah.
was hitting you. And then we had to scale it back, like maybe like an hour less,
Mm-hmm.
a few drills, a little like, and then intensity of the drills. Credit to Jeremy because he kind of set up most of the drills, but it was these mentally taxing. It was snapshots, but progression with snapshots, but you had if every time you missed, you would have to reset from the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
and
Love doing
we
those.
wouldn't swap places until you would complete the drill. So you just be watching
Mhm.
your boy like miss, and then vice versa. You're just missing, and he's just watching you,
You
waiting
could feel that
patiently, right?
pressure over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Ah,
It was brutal, but it was good.
I feel like I love
yeah.
that peer pressure. Like that's the kind of stuff, like at least us on our team, like we thrive with. When the whole team is watching you, I'm like, bro, I have to hit this snap to make sure everybody doesn't think I suck. Or
Make
like
it into a competition.
exactly make it into a competition where I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna hit this target, where I'm gonna hit this circuit faster than you, and then you just like progress off of that, So, uh, how would you do it? Would you do it like drills in the morning or like drills at night? How would you do during the week stuff for you personally?
Um, well, personally, I'd prefer like I'm not super morning person, but I would prefer it like maybe 10 a.m. to like 12. But I was trying to work with everybody else. Like even on a few Thursdays, like Grayson and Steven would come out. So we try to make it work with everybody's schedule. But generally we did like maybe like 12 to 2.
Okay.
That was like the consistently
That's
the
good.
time.
That's good time. That's like where it's almost like I would
Good
say
day.
like peak temperature in the day almost, where you're kind of getting that conditioning in. Sun's at high noon, and just hanging
Yeah.
out with the boys, dude. That's the best part about paintball, is when you're just kind of shooting the shit with the boys, but then you like lock in and you like do whatever job needs to be done, right? Whether it be a circuit drill or whether it be like a scrimmage of like a set of points.
Yeah, it's super like something that's not really talked about enough, I think, is like the culture of the team and like everybody getting along. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of special about our team in the pro division is like we're all kind of friends. We're all like enjoy hanging out with each other still,
Yeah.
even after all the years of not doing well, not doing
I,
well enough.
we can relate to that.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Amen.
Uh, I mean, can you dive a little deeper in that into the culture, right? It's um, how's it constructed with it,
Well, I think the biggest thing is I think we're all kind of at the similar skill levels and skill sets where there's the egos aren't crazy yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on other teams, right? And there are definitely cliques and egos and all that, and it can create more conflict than good, right? So
100%.
I think that's something that's really good about our guys right now, and it's so important when you're like getting other players. Just to make sure that you think they'll fit into the culture, like of the team, and they're not going to change anything too drastically, right? Because
Yeah.
what you have is good, and you want to keep that going to the
Yeah,
next
no
season.
matter how good this player may be, if they're gonna come in and be a cancer, right, it's like don't fuck up our what we have going
It's
for
easy
us.
to weed
Right?
those people out, at least for me. It's like, wait, if someone were to join the team and kind of has like that bad attitude, right? Obviously, dude, sometimes my fucking temper flares up like crazy, and I'm the asshole, right? But luckily, like through the camaraderie of the team, right, everybody knows me so well to where everybody put on the team can be like, dude, chill out, bro. Everybody can talk to me without me like being like, fuck you, you know, because you see that a ton in paintball where it's like something happens, especially in like the really lower divisions. People's ego, they're like, dude, you should have done this, and they're like, no, dude, fuck you. You know, like it is absolutely crazy. So that is great that Aftermath does not have like a temperament to where people are getting angry with each other, because that does like build the brotherhood. You know,
I will say, some of the guys' emotions do run high, and
oh, feel that they
the
should.
more I think,
I feel like they
yeah,
should.
no, the more I think about it, like I think it's okay to be emotional. Like paintball is an emotional sport. Like the more I think about paintball, the more I realize it really like a lot of times I am playing with emotion, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you have to, right?
So,
It's and
yeah.
Hatch says he's the hothead. He is the hothead of the team, but it's not he's not angry. It's just he's passionate,
Yeah.
right? And that's I feel like that's most of the emotion, right? It's you're everyone's so passionate about what about paintball, about this sport. You know, want to do good with the boys. Just so passionate about it. They want to do better and everything, and it comes across as almost anger or rage or whatnot. But it's just passion coming out, right? And yeah, you see that every now and then, you know, when you guys have come up, but no like big blow up arguments that that we've seen before in the past with other teams and whatnot. So it's good. It's good that the little bit that we've seen you guys, we can tell that you guys get along really well.
that's what's
So
needed, because I feel like at least a lot of people, some people are friends on the team, but they're not like the brotherhood, you know, that you built, right?
Yeah.
With the trenches, and that's kind of like with the teams that buy a lot of their players, right? You can't buy a family, you know. It's like it just doesn't make sense. You have to like build something. Sure, everybody can be paid, but you have to build something. These guys have to be around each other, like in the trenches. The type 2 fun that we talk about so often, you know. And
mhm.
Cody, what is your favorite type 2 moment that you've had with Aftermath? Do you understand that whole question with type 2? Type 2 fun?
Maybe clarify for
Yeah,
me.
it's all good. So type 2 fun is like uh perfect example, refing together, right? Like sometimes, dude, when you're getting fucking lit in the back by little Timmy, dude, that is the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. But it's not as bad because I'm with the boys, you know?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
the moment sucks, but looking back on it, it's like, that was fucking fun with all you guys. Yeah.
you know? So what do you guys have any like that on Aftermath? Because I know you guys, I think you guys ref the ASG Aftermath tournaments, right? Little whatevers.
So I try not to make any of the pro guys ref, but they're all involved. I try to get everybody to have involvement into the events. Either it's scorekeeping, it's calling out schedules, it's helping with registration at the front, or selling paint. But I try to get everybody's involvement because, I mean, that's our primary like funding source for the team is
100%.
the ASU events.
Yeah, and I mean, dude,
Um,
some people don't understand how much that costs, right? So
yeah,
we got to do it yourself in a way. So it's awesome that that's what you guys
yeah.
do.
Yeah, and it's also good. Like I'm trying to get the other guys to be a little bit more open because it's good to like kind of like give back to the community, right? And create that connection with the lower divisions. Um, the big thing last year was developing this 3-on-3 hyperball division at the ASG events, and it's so cool to see because every time it's literally these guys' first tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and they're so excited to play.
Yeah.
They're so happy.
I think
They're
that's
having
so
so much
good
fun.
because at least for me, like, because when we were refing the Seppels, how many times does this happen where it is they are jumping immediately into D5 or 3-man, and how many times would they skip 3-man and go straight to 5-man D5, and they come out and someone's gun is shooting like fucking 15, and they're like, oh, I had no idea, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like who's not telling these guys anything, you know? Right? So I feel like that with a good hyperball tournament like that can kind of ease them into that a little bit better because are they using mechs or are they using like normal electronic markers?
We just allowed them to use their guns.
Oh hell yeah!
I've tried in the past to do like different formats for that. Um, Dye even like sponsored some guns to let people use for the beginner thing. It was hard to get off the ground. Everybody that's signed up so far has like high-end guns. They like have CS3 Pros and stuff.
You're
So
already
it's
invested into the sport a little bit when you're going there, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, it makes them shoot better. It makes them better player.
Hey,
Damn
man.
straight.
Definitely.
Straight up, dude. Sometimes, I mean, I remember like when I was a kid, like looking up like shooting videos, like efficiency tests, you know, of like old markers, and I was like, oh, dude, like the G6R, dude, that thing can shoot 20 pods, you know, and man, I don't know if you guys remember this one YouTuber. He had this, bro. He had a paintball field in his backyard. I don't know where he was, but the YouTube channel was called like Canodings. You guys know what I'm talking about? Man, look it up. Or Caden, look it up. But this guy had I don't know where he was. He was in some kind of like dope ass house. Guy had a paintball field in his backyard to where he would have these like gauntlet videos, you know, of people like running the gauntlet. And it was just like one speedball field set up in his backyard. And it was just so badass to where that was like what I would watch like on like the daily, to where like his efficiency videos, his scrimmage videos, that was like the main paintball content I was consuming. But Cody, what is the main paintball content that you have consumed?
Recently it's the Shelda podcast.
So
I really
good,
like what
dude.
he's doing with that. Yeah.
So good.
I've been telling all my guys you should listen to those episodes because yeah, I really like how open everybody's been on that. It's been really good.
I agree. For some reason, some people like hold back emotion because obviously, like, I don't know what it is about masculinity where people are like, oh, you know, I can't show my emotions or I'll look like a fucking pussy, right? Like, I don't know what really started with that, but you know, I feel like on Shelda's show, you know, that's a great thing. I mean, obviously, I don't try to copy that, but I try to, you know, show the more friendlier side of people, right? To where it's not all just about paintball. We're finding out like who everybody is. You know, we're not just paintball players. We're people too that just have the same obsession, right? And a lot of people just don't really know that, especially where I mean, probably like 10 episodes ago now, but like when we had Lastro on, we had a very touching story about how, you know, when he was talking about how when he was younger, his dad passed away and he just joined the military instead of like really processing that, right? And that's a kind of conversation that not a lot of people have. Like some people's like therapists can't even like pry that out of them. And that's what I think the beauty of the podcast world is you can kind of share that, and it's like you can put it out to the world but not be in front of an audience, right? Obviously it's just us four right here, right? And we're talking as the boys with the Z. We're not talking as, you know, a therapist in a fucking therapy session. This is better because, you know, at least it's just us four. And you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking yapping. Brando, take it away. Take it away.
No, you were good. You were good.
I posted that YouTube channel in the chat though. But this guy's YouTube videos, bro.
I completely botched his name. Oh my god.
So did I.
Jesus, yeah. Okay, I recognize some of these. This is cool. So yeah, dude. Cody, I mentioned the TikTok, right? Your TikTok coming up on my For You page and everything. And it's constant, right? It's constant. It's every time I pull out my phone, it's gonna be like one video coming up. Damn, Cody, I'm shitting right now. You're on my phone. Come on. But is there something with the algorithm that you did differently, or like, I don't know, because you're just constantly coming up on it.
What hashtags do you use
specifically? Yeah.
I don't use any hashtags. Apparently hashtags are dead.
It's meant to be there then, dude. You know, you're absolutely right. Like anything over like 5 hashtags is like actually fucking killing your shit. They think you're a bot. You know, they think
TikTok caps that 5 actually.
Yeah, they think you're like some kind of AI because, you know, how many programs there are where people just like make like a bot account to fucking upload bullshit, right? And then they have like, it's like Kevin267149, and then, you know, they just have like 10,000 followers with no posts. It's like, what the fuck? How are these guys doing this? Right. But they all have all these videos with like just hashtags, you know, of nothing, or it's like a stolen video with some kind. It's like Cody Woodruff talking on the top and like Minecraft jumping, like a guy like doing a Minecraft parkour course, you know. Like, I feel like that is.
I'm gonna be watching that. That platforming. Oh my god.
My mom watches that shit, bro. I'm like, Mom, stop watching the fucking Subway Surfers AI. Stop it. God damn it. You know. But
Not Mama Hatch. So, but Cody, really, another thing about the content, um, what sparked that, right? Because at least the TikTok, I believe it was, you started that later last year, started posting on that.
Yeah, it was like a few months before World Cup.
Yeah, and then you kept your Instagram stuff up, right? But you really pumped more energy and everything into that. What sparked that? Wanted to
Yeah,
create more.
so I think what was this? This was World Cup 2024. I feel like I had this kind of like surreal moment. So I was doing they do the autograph signing for it's like at World Cup they do it's like one pro player per
Hmm.
team is signing,
you
and
were
I
him,
did
bro.
that. Yeah, and it was right before our damage match, and I don't know, something about like doing the autograph signing. I was next to like GJ and Mark Meterman, and I was just having it was
Hmm.
just
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
great time. I was having so much fun, right? And then we go into that damage match, and I felt like I had somehow figured something out where I that was probably my best performance so far in the pro division was that match. And unfortunately, we didn't win that match, but I felt like we were really close, and I still kind of feel like we could have won that match. But um, what that kind of felt like I learned from that lesson though was the confidence, right? It was something about like some. I mean, it's almost like before that autograph signing, I almost had like imposter syndrome where I didn't feel like I was deserved to be in the pro division, right? And after that, it was like this moment of like, wow, I am good enough to be here. How that ties into the TikTok, I had this thought where I can be more confident and kind of become this person I want to be if I just do more social media and kind of promote myself, you
Hmm.
know?
Hmm.
So that's kind of where the came from.
Damn. So just building off the confidence that you got from the World Cup, which is good, right? And I, as you were describing you being in between GJ and friend of the show Mark,
Yeah, love
um,
that guy.
and
Yeah, great guys.
like, do you think you were having a good time, and then just having a good time transitioning that straight into the damage match? Uh, uh, could that possibly be a factor of it? You just going out there and like you're already in a good headspace, right? Like a fun headspace, going out there having fun, and then hitting almost that like flow state, kind of like where you're not overthinking it.
Yeah, no, I think there is something like that, right? I think for personally for me, it's if I'm not confident, then I second guess my move. And in paintball, it's as soon as you see the window, you have to take it. And in the pro division, it's literally as soon as that idea happens, you have to start making it into action.
Yeah,
Hmm.
There's
there.
no delay, right?
Once if you think about it, the window's already closed.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
God, again, paintball's fucking hard, dude.
Paintball is fucking hard, dude. Especially when you're playing against a team like Damage, right? Kind of like what you were talking about, right? Where that's a not an easy game to when you're like, oh man, I played my best game ever against Damage. You know, that is like
Yeah.
kind of thing where you can kind of like have a chip on your shoulder where it's I wouldn't say it's arrogance, but it's confidence. There's a big difference, right? You're not letting your
Yes.
like arrogance is with your ego. Confidence is like with your heart. If at least that's what I feel like, you know. And I don't know, because when you're confident in yourself, you put your whole heart into whatever you're doing. You know, whether it be you're a fucking carpenter and you're confident in your building skills. You know, you put your heart into the house, right? Or you're a paintball player, you put your heart into your play. You know, I don't know. Caden, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
so, so Cody, I actually had a question because earlier you were talking about how you didn't expect that you were going to be pro. What kind of led
Yeah.
up to starting to play at that level?
So, 2020, I was playing with the Gummy Bears,
Mhm.
and that year, 2020, so it was 2020, we played D3 and we won the series in WCPPL.
Hard thing to do.
D3. Yeah. And so our series prize was the whole premier events were paid for. The entry fees were paid for
Woo,
for
hell
the
yeah.
2021.
Jeez.
That is legit.
And that first event going in, we did really bad. So
in Premiere? When you guys made that
yeah,
jump?
we made the jump to Premiere in 2021. We did really bad. I don't think we didn't make it to past prelims. And after that, we decided to get a coach, and who we found was Blake Yarber. And I think that really, like, for all the guys on the team, I think that really unlocked like the next level. Just like the confidence from having, a seasoned pro player, like, just, giving us good game plans and building us up.
You can trust what he says. He says, "Hey,
Yeah,
go
exactly.
to the snake out the break. You go here, look inside. You're gonna kill a guy. You monkey see, monkey do, and you do it. And
Yeah.
that is a huge confidence boost for sure. So that's cool. Blake
And this
Yarber.
is still Gummy Bears, right? Gummy Bears in Premiere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had the opportunity that year to do they had that minor event at SAC.
Yep.
And we played as ASG All Stars, and we had Blake and Mikey Arturo playing with us.
Mhm.
So that was like, and we got second in that. So it's like,
Oh, shit.
wow, we actually can do this.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but getting second in
So-
that is gonna give you some serious fucking confidence. You're like, well, boys, like, let's roll up the sleeves and jump in. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Seems
Well,
like
what a-
everyone got a podium for the NXL event here.
I mean, shit,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and that was pro, right?
I don't know.
Technically?
They had open for that.
Oh, okay, open. Yeah. Okay, I do remember that because
There was only like 5
Excessive was
teams, I
there, right?
think.
Excessive was there, right?
Yeah, it was Excessive. DMG was there. Impact and NYX.
Yeah, NYX.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, damn, that feels like such a fucking lifetime ago. Like 2020 just like
Dude.
changed my whole perception of time. That I'm just like, you were like, oh, yeah, 2024. I'm like, that was 2 fucking years ago when you said that earlier. Like that did not like snap in my head. But damn, dude, that is
Closer to 2030 than 2020.
Dude, we're closer to 2050 than we are 2000. That's what's crazy to think about, dude. We're
That's
closer to
crazy.
2050 than we are to 2000. So I mean, shit, dude. I mean, my birthday starts with 1990, so I'm fucking unk now. I'm chopped.
Yeah.
I'm fucking cooked. How old are you, Cody?
Yeah.
I'm 36.
36. Holy fucking shit,
go.
dude. God damn, hell
89.
yeah. Damn,
close.
dude. So
Yeah.
you, at least 3 of us have experienced 9/11, and all of its fucking
Yeah.
connection and
Yeah.
glory, right?
Fuck you.
Bro, why,
It's like
why
dude,
am I post 9/11? Why is that the title on it?
Ask your parents. I
Yeah.
don't know.
something about 9/11 just got them feeling good and had you, buddy. So
No, that happened in 2002. Actually, I guess that would be after
Wait a goddamn minute. Hold. No, never mind.
wait, what year were you born?
April. Or it was 2003.
2000. Oh, dude.
Oh.
They were for sure thinking about 9/11.
9/11.
That's still like that is still like hot in the head, like pretty
Hey,
like new recently.
Hayden, do you ever? You should ask your parents. Like, were you conceived on the plane?
Oh, that is such a good question, Brando.
Cody, because his dad's a pilot, and
Okay.
Oh, like I'm a mile high.
Oh my god.
With your mom.
Definitely not. There's no way.
How do you know?
Fun fact. My mom used to hate my dad, and then there was like an enemies to lovers type thing.
So it was a hate fuck. We get it. We get
Oh,
it.
Alright.
damn, you were
Alright, we
conceived
get
out of hatred, brother. Amen.
Oh, God.
But oh man, dude, where the fuck did we even just go right there? What the fuck was that? Holy shit. Anyway, Cody, back to some paintball real quick. For Aftermath, what do you think is stopping you guys from reaching that like top 5 consistently?
So consistently, our issue last year was closing high body situations. That's like our number one problem that we're actively trying to solve this
Yeah.
year.
I feel like at least
Um,
last year the layouts were so good for like down body situations to like cross it up and kind of clutch, Or like they get close, you go run the guy, and now you're safe, and then flip the tide. I feel like every single event like layout was like that. But go ahead, keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, we're hoping, picking up Opie as the new coach, and then getting on a more veteran player with Devin Stewart. That will help steer the ship so we can get some more high body wins.
Okay.
I like the pickup of you guys getting Devin because
Yeah.
he came into the Sacramento area like middle of last year or something. So he's been out there quite a bit, playing, and it's cool. It's cool to see how he sees the game and sees the layout and everything. And he's coaching one of the local teams now for WC, so he's just out and around even more. So yeah, when I heard that or saw that you guys picked him up, I was like, hell yeah, cool. And it's like somewhat more local for
Yeah,
him.
definitely.
For sure, because he moved to
No, it's
to
been
California for work, right, or something like that.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, and then, dude, might as well pick him up. He's already there. Especially when
Yeah, right.
makes it easier for travel. I mean, especially if you're one of those pro teams where you fly your players out, right? When you're local, dude, just try to practice, bro. You're not fitting on a fucking plane. It's probably easier for you guys. So, great pickup.
Yeah,
Great
definitely.
pickup.
On
No,
the
I'm
topic
I think
of travel, Cody, you're playing NXL Europe this season, aren't you?
yes, sir. Playing with
Yeah,
a German
with
team. Ballerin.
Ballerin, right?
All around.
Is that are you because I saw you posted a video about it. Did you actually go and play overseas for that practice that you did, or was that here?
So I didn't do any of the practices with them last year. It was just like that Thursday practice session before
Okay.
the actual event.
Show up, get her done,
Okay.
fly out.
Yeah. But this year I'm just hopefully if everything works out is the weekend before the first event, the Czech event, I will be going to Germany to practice with them. So
It's exciting.
I'm excited for that.
That is fucking sick. Holy shit. How do
Yeah.
you make those connections? How do you make those connections with people that if anybody ever wants to try to be that guy that's an American mercenary, how did you make that connection? How can other people kind of follow in those footsteps?
There's a Facebook group. I think it's NXL Free Agents. That's actually how I got on my first team. Because I
Okay.
just posted on there. It helps when you're a pro player, right?
Yep.
Because you can just pretty much that's a free entry or a free ticket, right, to any semi-pro team that's interested.
Mhm.
No questions asked, kind of. But yeah, I think more Americans should go overseas and play Europe. Um, I don't want to give him any knocks, but I would compare semi-pro to high-level D3 WCPL as far as like competition-wise.
That just shows
So
how good we are as Americans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out America.
yeah,
Is there any rule difference between NXL Europe and American NXL?
it's just the pod limit. It was 4 pods last year,
Yeah.
Oh, now you're switching to 5
but I
pods
mean
now in
that's
pro, right? So
yeah. So I'm already used to the limited pain, honestly.
I like that change.
I do too.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I just like not carrying 9 or 10 pods on my back. That's what I really liked about it. But and also it saved on the paint bill when we practiced the other weekend. That was nice. Uh, but yeah, what's Aftermath's thought on it, Cody? We're just switching over to 5 pods. Do you think it's honestly going to change much of the game, or you know?
Well, I think this year it will probably be a big shakeup, right? Because everyone's kind of adjusting. It's interesting to see Europe style and American style, and maybe we'll end up playing more like the Europeans. Generally, they like to gunfight more over there. Like they'll be doing this thing where it's like triple snap out of the same
Oh
spot.
hell yeah.
But yeah, I think this first few events and probably maybe this whole year it will be a lot of like unknowns, right? Because everyone's trying to figure out the groove of how to adapt to the style, and I think it's also really layout dependent. If the layouts are the same as they were this year, I could still play slow. Who knows?
Yeah.
I actually, okay, to tell you guys, last, what was it, 2024 when I played with the Indians over there, I actually had a 12-minute point.
Oof, yeah.
Those are
We
rough,
played
man.
the whole match and went to overtime.
Oh, just because it's 12 minutes over there, the limit. the time limit?
For semi-pro, it was 12 minutes.
It was 0-0 overtime. That's crazy.
All the way. Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was a crazy point. It was probably one of the most fun points I've ever had. We went from like a 3-on-5 to a 1-on-1.
Ooh.
Were
All
you
the
the
way.
one-on-one guy? Were you him?
Yeah, and then
Oh,
I,
fuck,
I
yeah.
looked at the clock and it was less than a minute. I had like my tray of paint in my hopper. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll just
Shut
play
up,
for the
shut up, shut
overtime
up.
point.
Yeah. Just don't. I'm not gonna get shot. I'm not gonna get shot.
Yeah.
He ain't hit my fucking buzzer, bro. I ain't getting shot.
Straight up.
Um, yeah, that's cool. See, we this last World Cup we had a 13 and a half minute point.
Mhm.
It was like
Damn
it.
it.
I think it was 13 and a half minutes. So we had a minute and a half left in the game. But 13 minutes of it was 5-on-5.
Yeah.
It was a slow
Long ass
technical
point.
game, and then in 30 seconds it went down to a 1-on-2 that we ended up losing. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Man.
Those long
That game,
points. man.
that game gives me PTSD.
For sure. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that
brutal.
that just kind of showed like our lack of closing, kind of like with what you were saying, Cody, with Aftermath. It's like that was where we just kind of we had the right positions, we just weren't closing it the right way.
Mm.
I don't know. But it being a 5-on-5, I think it's more so we didn't want to like at some point in those 13 minutes we went from let's try to win this to let's not lose this because we need to win this to go on to Sunday. They don't have anything to. We're playing a 0-3 team. And it's like we cannot make a mistake. We have to win this kind of thing. And I think that's where we made the mistake. And then it's just in the chaos we just had less bodies.
I think that mindset kind of turned us into some fucking pussies, if I'm being honest. Like, oh, let's just not lose.
It wasn't like
that was so fucking gay. If we just
agree.
went out and we just attack.
I agree again, but it like being on the field, it wasn't like a overall like we didn't make a call like, hey Paul, Caden, like fucking let's not lose this. It was just it just got tighter and tighter and tighter of like I'm not gonna make a mistake. I'm not gonna be the one to make a mistake. But then on the other hand, it also I'm not gonna be the one with that mindset. I'm not the one making a move to break the game open. So
Yeah.
it was a little catch-22.
So
I feel like it. I agree with you, Hatch. It pisses me off because I was the first one to die, and I was thinking about making the same move that guy made again on me. Like it.
for sure.
Yeah.
I remember, dude. That was like it was vivid in my mind, bro. If I'm being honest, that shit was horrible. But I mean, holy fucking shit, man. Paintball is hard,
Hindsight's
man.
always 20/20.
Paintball is fucking hard, dude. Like the marker is the greatest equalizer, and even then, dude, sometimes because, I mean, I remember. I'll bring the story up again when Mike Urena, when he was on Elevation, I would just fucking shit on him at practice, and you know that was where I was like, that was where I got a lot of my own confidence from was when Mike Urena was he's pro, but he's coming out in practice for playing 1-on-1s, and I'm fucking dookie on him, so me and Mike Urena have a great relationship, Cody. So I'm not just randomly talking shit on the guy, but but
Talk your shit.
I mean, good thing he's on Dynasty now. I hope we get to play them. When is Dynasty coming out this weekend? No, right?
No.
Is it
I
us?
don't
It's
think so.
us. Aftermath, Impact. I heard Uprising might be out there.
I heard Uprising, but
We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'll believe it when I
Yeah.
see it. I mean, dude, that is like a fucking super scrimmage. Imagine, like, at least for me, imagine going to your local field and seeing that. Like some of the greatest like play. Some of the greatest paintball players that ever lived competing against each other. At a practice.
It's funny because that last week we didn't even know that Impact and Aftermath were gonna be there. We just pulled up and
Yeah, we
we're
roll up Sunday. It's like, oh,
like, why are they here?
I was pissed. I was sick, bro. I'm pissed about that still.
Dave was like,
Yeah,
come on. You guys want to play? Sure. Hell yeah, we're not gonna turn that down.
I mean, but just kind of shows like the level of competition. Sometimes you'll see at Capital Edge. You randomly go out and Aftermath and Impact are out there. So it just kind of shows you it's like, dude, you miss out on a weekend of paintball, dude. You're like low-key like regressing in like your progress. No matter like what it be, whether you be your paintball IQ of just like keeping up with the game and watching it, or time behind the gun, marker, whatever. But
Whoa, yeah.
marker.
How many of the Aftermath players live like being a close proximity of the field?
Just about to ask that.
It's mostly everybody except Devin. Um, I think within everybody else is within at least a 3 hour radius. I think Eric's probably the second farthest away. But yeah.
You- Would would you drive 6 hours one way for practice?
Uh,
What's
that's
what
rough.
you know? 'Cause the thing is, you're Cody. You're lucky when you're like 20 minutes away from a paintball field. It's like, dude, that thought doesn't even like cross your
Yes.
head. Like, dude, someone drives 3 hours for practice. What the fuck? You know? Like,
We Hatch mentioned he had a 3 hour drive one way. We have another guy that's 6 hours away that drives one way. It's 6 hours one way. Yeah, yeah, kid's a stud though.
it's fucking rough out here, dude. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that what's that? Isn't it like a California tax where they're like making it to where your travel tax or some shit like that?
The mileage tax.
So fucking lame, bro. Being a paintball player and seeing that shit actually pisses me off. But whatever, you know. But man, so ASG, tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, how did that really like begin? Because you said that was your dad's field, right?
Yeah, it's the family business. So we started literally with it was just for us to have fun. We had like Mounds Field and Hyperball and tires. It was just on our my dad's property that he had for his business, which was recycling mobile home axles and tires.
Oh
So
shit,
he had some extra space. We set up a paintball field, and
some
it
bunkers
was
right there,
just
dude.
it was yeah, it was literally just for us to have fun. And then I got on a team, and we started making it a practice field, and then we started inviting other teams to practice against, and then we started charging people for money to play, and yeah, that's how ASG got started.
Real. Damn.
Yeah, 2005.
Holy shit,
2005.
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
That is so awesome to see because we had DQ on last week and his recent move over to Michigan for Pro DNA and Infamous, right? I was kind of talking to him about that's like his dream job, you know, because he's always been a cinematographer, always been an editor of some high quality stuff. And now that he's kind of like doing it for a living, that's his dream job. For you as a professional paintball player, how is it kind of living that dream job? Like, what is it that's kind of like misunderstood to like the average person?
It's a grind. It's a lot of work. Running a paintball field is a very large amount of work. You have to be incredibly passionate about trying to grow the sport, and um, but at the same time, I do have to remind myself every once in a while, be like, this is literally what you dreamed of as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, you can get lost in the sauce, so to say, right?
Feel that.
Where you get worried about the minutia of, creating tournaments and running those and all the little details that running a tournament series takes. But at the same time, it's really rewarding to see players progress through your league where they start, 5 man and they start playing X ball, and then who knows how far they'll go. But it's pretty cool to see that, and to think about the impact that you're making for the local paintball community, like that is actually pretty rewarding in itself.
You're like cementing yourself in like paintball history. You know, when it comes to like paintball patriots and people that actually like truly give a fuck and went above and beyond. Like you're among those people that are etched into that stone for sure, right? There's probably less than 100 field owners in all of California. I feel like paintball field
Yeah.
owners. You know, like dude, that is not a very big number. Like if you think of
Well,
how many
it's so
right,
hard to get a paintball field going. That's why.
exactly right because it's like it's just one of those
Yeah.
things that when you do it and you do it successfully, that's what makes it even more rewarding, right? When you see people come through your program succeed, kind of like what you were saying, where you don't know where they're going to end up. Dude, you never know. Like that guy could be like the next pro. You never know. That guy could be your next teammate on Aftermath if he really like steps up, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that is awesome.
I
bro.
actually watched my former teammate Brandon play his first game of paintball, and he was my teammate
No way.
last year. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow, holy shit, that's actually fucking crazy. You saw his first paintball game
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Damn, that is fucking awesome. Holy shit. You know, it's crazy because it's like, I mean, like with Caden, I feel like you and I met. Like, how long were you playing paintball when you and I met?
Oh gosh.
Not
Well,
too
I
long,
feel
right?
like I knew your name before I even met you because Hatch had this giant like bad veil over him where he was like this angry guy that everyone at the field hated
See, it's a thing.
because he's just Mr. Angry. My gosh, but what was it like 3 years ago? Is that kind of
I think so. Yeah.
when we started playing together? Yeah.
Yeah, but so when
I
did
think
you?
it
So
was like
before that, how long were you playing before you joined our team? Like overall?
So I've been playing for 6 years now. So 3 years. Yeah.
Because I mean, dude, I
So
remember
smack in the middle.
actually. I mean, I remember reffing you when you were with like Logan on like gray area on like that type
Mhm.
shit, right? So in a way, it's like I've kind of seen that with Caden, like his progression go up from being a fucking 3-man in this gray area goofy jersey, you know, wearing some fucking red fucking eyeliner paint down his fucking grills, you know,
Oh my grills.
you
Those
know.
grills are tough.
You know, so that's one of those things where and Caden's my teammate now, to where that is kind of like rewarding for me in a way, you know. And
Yeah.
I like what you said, where you give back to the paintball community, because I never looked at reffing as like, oh, like my way to get to the NXL. I always looked at that as like giving back to the community, to where I mean I was the kid that played like the local tournament series. You know, I feel like we all were the kids that played the local tournament series, and when you gotta get to pay that back, just kind of like makes your heart feel like fuzzy, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking weird about it, but so, Brando, take it away
As long
from
as
me,
you're not
bro.
getting yelled at.
Is there
No.
any
Woo, man,
is there
getting
any
yelled at, bro.
advice?
Holy fuck, that happens so often as a ref. God damn.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Is there any advice or even just like anything you would have said to your younger self? Like if you went back in time?
Hmm. So, I guess kind of one of my, well, it was one of my reasons for pursuing paintball later on in life is I felt like I had an opportunity earlier to go pro, and I actually kind of got scared almost. I wasn't confident in that I could do it, so I kind of let it pass me by. And
It's
that,
definitely intimidating.
yes. Yeah, yeah. It was, I had the opportunity to play with Aftermath 2 when it was like PSP back when they were with tank jerseys and Draxus gear.
Oh shit.
Um,
Mm.
yeah, it was so overwhelming. I was like a freshman in college, and like I basically had to choose, right? Like not f fail a class or go to World Cup, and I didn't want to fail. So,
I mean,
um,
that's probably realistically the better decision, realistically, you know, in the grand scheme. But actually, I mean, shit, dude, you're living the dream now, being pro. Fuck, you know.
yeah, I mean it worked out. Like it found its way here, right? So, but yeah, if I would have started then, like Kyle Spica was my teammate back then, so
Oh shit. God
yeah, who
damn.
would have known what would have
They
happened?
played with a lot of pro guys back in the day.
Yeah. It's so crazy how all the fucking pros are so fucking old now, you know? Like, what is it? Ryan
Yeah.
Greenspan just turned like 80 yesterday or something like that? Like, god damn, that's fucking awesome. Holy shit. You
So
know?
I'm playing for Rainey's team in WC, and he's 39. He's gonna play the Masters division in France.
What? Holy
Yeah, isn't that
fucking.
crazy?
That is crazy, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's who I forgot who it was. I think it was Todd Adamson. When I'm like seeing like Mark Johnson and Todd Adamson out there, like Corey Field, I'm like, damn, dude, those guys probably have like triple my lifetime in just paintball experience. You know, that is just so crazy to think about.
Yeah.
You know, but god damn. Okay,
Mm.
quick subject change. Have you guys ever heard of this thing called the Acero Mudmen?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna send you guys like an image and tell me this shit does not look fucking terrifying, dude. This is the rabbit hole I went on before we started recording, but this is actually like the scariest fucking shit I've ever seen. Imagine like going into the jungle and like seeing that. Look, I just put it in the chat, the little Discord call
What
chat.
the?
Could you imagine seeing that shit?
Demons is.
That like they gave me such like
Is
Night
that
Marcher
bamboo
vibes.
fingertip?
Yes,
Is that what that
because I sent a picture in like our unofficial D&D chat, Cody, and I was like, I fucking hope this video is AI, and it was like a video of someone shaking hands with like one of these people, and I was like, oh my god, I'm praying this is AI. Looked it up, not AI. Not AI. They're called the Mudmen of Papua New Guinea, or the Asaro Mudmen, or what's the other word that they're called? The Holosa, right? So this kind of just rounding this back to a question we asked our previous guest, and it was such a good question that we have to ask you. Brando, why don't you take it away? It was your question.
I got it. Yeah. So you're banished now. Are we gonna? Do you want me to make it Sentinel Island again?
Why not?
Yeah,
why not? Fuck it.
Why not? Yeah.
You know what that is?
Sentinel Island.
No.
Holy fucking shit! All right, send the
John's
link,
hard
Brando. You've never heard of North Sentinel Island, Cody? Really?
I don't know the name. Maybe you can go.
Okay.
Maybe I've heard of it.
So it's right off the coast of India. It's this it's not untouched now, but sorry, just copying and closing. All right.
They're chosen uncontacted. Like they're chosen to be uncontacted.
Thank you. Yeah, there are a couple people have gone there and they've been killed by them.
Cannibalized.
They're cannibalized. There's just the Wikipedia page of that. And there's been a ship that wrecked off the coast, and I believe everyone finally got out at some point, but they've scavenged the ship, and now they have like they've made weapons out of the hull and everything.
I just sent a picture of the shoreline of North Sentinel Island in the chat.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what it looks like when you roll up on the shore.
Yeah, they're very, very hostile.
Very, very hostile.
Okay. Yeah. So my question was, you, Cody, are banished to Sentinel Island for life, right? But 3 items are you bringing? You only get 3. But 3 items are you bringing with you? And I'll also allow you 1 person next to you.
Damn, DQ got 2 people. That's fucked.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so I get 1 person and 3 items to survive.
We have no.
You better
We have
survive,
also.
yep.
We have no idea how many people are on the island. So there is between
idea.
what is it? There is between like 40
Like
and
50.
like 50 and like 400 fucking savages on that
Yeah.
island or some
Yeah.
shit.
No,
You know, so it's very, very no. Basically, they said I don't know how many. That's basically what it is. So very, very scary.
Oh man.
Very, very scary.
it's on site for them. Just
It is 100% on site.
Okay. What am I bringing? What am I bringing?
So many people.
Yeah. I don't know. A machine gun, a real gun, a rifle.
Boom,
All right.
1. You got
And
Your-
whatever magazine.
whatever mag is in it. That's it. If you want to take a second
Yeah.
mag, that's your second item.
Oh, fuck.
And you have to survive.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I think I'm bringing Chuck Norris.
Ooh, fuck.
Like, wait,
Prime Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
now
right.
Chuck. Okay. I was like, now Chuck Norris?
Like-
Dude, the guy's probably gonna beat him up with a cane.
Like 90s action movie Chuck Norris.
Oh, prime. Prime
He's
time.
got my back. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Fuck. What else? I don't know.
Pick, actually.
Probably an axe.
Okay.
You need a good axe. I remember reading the book Hatchet as a kid.
DQ also said a hatchet.
book.
DQ also said a hatchet.
Good luck.
Oh fuck. I don't know what my third item is. Probably one of those fire starters. I don't know.
Oh,
That's a good
it's a
one.
little flint and steel kind of. Okay.
The Boy
Yeah.
Scouts, flint and steel.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Wait. What kind of gun? What kind of gun? You said a couple. You're gonna bring a gun?
Probably an
One
AR.
mag.
Yeah.
An AR? Alright.
Probably an AR
Yeah.
for sure.
Hey, but haven't you guys heard about was it like the Spanish when the Spanish went to America? Like they only had like 7 muskets.
Oh,
What the fuck?
The,
No way. I never knew that.
With the conquistadors coming in and
Yeah, apparently they only had like a handful of muskets.
they did not have a lot. Nah.
Damn, dude.
But hey, there was some technology that the natives just could not fathom.
Yeah, right. Like if you have a gun and they don't even know what a gun is,
Yeah,
like you're shooting magic at them.
Yeah, exactly. You could be
Mhm.
like, that's another thing we were saying. We were saying how you could like try to be their god, you know? And Caden's like, oh, we could bring a prism and like show him the light. And I'm like,
Show 'em the rainbow.
I was like, man, we could get like a sextant. I could like, like measure the sunset and be like, oh, there's gonna be an eclipse in 3 days. So if you kill me, you're fucking dead, buddy.
Or what's the kaleidoscope? Is that the one where it's all the shapes and colors?
Imagine them looking into a kaleidoscope. Like I feel like that could like awaken their consciousness, almost like the stoned ape theory. You guys know about that one for sure, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that like they're like, oh man, maybe they start building skyscrapers or something. I don't know. Right? But one thing we said, I'm not trying to influence your pick. But one thing I was saying, I was like, a fake rock, like one of the, how there's the fake rocks that kind of like hide your I don't know, like pool filtration
Your
or some
keys or
shit.
something? Yeah.
Bigger than just the keys. Like where you can like actually like fit in it, right? To where it's like you go in and you hide it. You hide during the day, right? Because I feel like they know that island like back and forth every single moment. To where you're just like you scour at night, you pillage or not pillage, but you like go out and what's the word? Scavenge.
Yeah.
Right. And with night vision, that was our other item, night vision, so you can go out and like see at night, right? The picture I used was thermal, so that's what we're sticking with, thermal vision.
You get solar power though, so you stick it out during the day, so it charges. Then you got it unlimited power.
That definitely is how it works, right? So okay, overall, Cody though, 3 items though. So you said a hatchet, an AR,
A gun, and a way to make fire.
Fire starter.
fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
With Chuck Norris.
With Chuck Norris, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude, that pick right there fucks itself, dude. So good, so good.
I feel like one day I'm gonna see a video where it's like I survived 24 hours on North Sentinel Island. It's just a clickbait video of Hatch and a rock.
Holy shit, dude. That'd be so. Imagine like that's what we start seeing on like Cody's TikTok. He's like, hey guys, here pursuing my dream of paintball, but I'm here training on North Sentinel Island, showing the locals how to play paintball. I feel like you could really make like a great AI video out of that. Holy shit, I should do that.
Yeah, definitely.
That is so good. But okay, another thing that it's been kind of itching on my mind. I'm not even getting political. Did you guys see that Obama said that aliens are real?
I saw that he mentioned something about aliens. Yeah, that they asked him if are they real or something, and he said yeah, but he's never seen them.
Did we not already know this?
I mean, I for sure
I
think
think
the aliens are real.
I think it's just one like another ticket for that opinion or something.
What are they hiding in Area 51?
I don't know what the fuck they're hiding in Area 51, dude. Because I assume. Do you guys know who Bob Lazar is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude. What the fuck? Like that whole conspiracy. Like if back engineered for a fucking spacecraft that you can't even see it from directly underneath it, and it creates force fields, bro. What? Like I feel like if they don't tell us about aliens, like I've like lost all faith in humanity. Where I'm like, how the fuck, like how are we supposed to band together in unison if we don't even know the enemy? Is that weird? Is that weird for me? Sorry.
It temple topic.
Yeah,
We're gonna cause panic if we tell everybody.
Like,
oh my God, there's aliens! We're all gonna die. The sky is falling.
I feel like I've definitely talked about this on here before, but in like the 60s when the book or the first screening of like War of the Worlds was being read over the radio.
It was back in the 20s,
right? Something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
19 old time, right? They're reading the script of War of the Worlds over the radio. And people that are just tuning in, they're like, oh my God, a fucking alien invasion is going on. And they're like boarding up their windows, like shutting the whole fucking town down. And then like to where like the whole army's getting calls about fucking alien. Actually, I don't even think their calls were, but the local police were all freaked out. But I feel like, is that what we're going to start? When we talk about aliens? Fuck,
maybe
dude,
enough.
Not. Cody, do you believe in aliens?
Oh.
Sure. I don't know.
Sure? Sure? That's a
are
fucking
you big
crazy
into
answer.
Conspiracies?
Not really.
Not really.
I don't have time for that.
I mean, dude, being a pro managing ASG, dude, that shit must not give you very much time, dude. So.
Yeah, I have to pick my battles.
For sure. I mean, what's like a main thing of content that's like non-paintball that you like to consume?
Netflix, HBO.
Okay.
I just finished the Game of Thrones spinoff. That was pretty good.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm waiting. That's on. I think that's our next one to watch. We just
Yeah.
started watching The Pit.
Okay.
And that was good.
I heard
That
that's
was
really
pretty
good. I heard it's like realistic.
It was really good.
I heard the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
season is like one shift.
Yep. Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
fucking
each
crazy.
season's one shift. I mean, it's a lot that could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in like an ER like that, so it's like kind of like gets me questioning, like, you know, is it like, what's the word, dramatized?
Yeah, dramatized. I don't know. It just depends on I guess what level trauma center you're at.
Okay,
I don't know if there are one.
but I haven't seen Game of Thrones, dude, and I really need to, dude. I need to see Game of Thrones.
You haven't seen any of the
I
Game
haven't
of
seen
Thrones?
any of the.
season
I haven't
one.
seen any The only spoiler I've gotten is they're like, and it's not even really a spoiler. They're like, dude, wait for the red wedding, bro. Wait for the red wedding. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? You know?
See, Cody, I've been on him for years about. At some point, he's gonna have to watch it.
What's
At
the
some
last
point.
thing? The last thing I
They made
remember
this
from when
far.
I watched is the dragon lady. She just got, well, not she didn't get birthed, but she got birthed with the dragons.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
yeah.
remember.
That
That was like season one.
That's season
episode 2
one.
or something. Like that's
Yeah.
not early.
Not episode 2. No. That's like the end of like season 1.
Oh, maybe.
You know,
That's the end
It
of
was
season.
only like 6 or 7 episodes, so.
I
yeah,
did
yeah.
just
Like,
start watching
hour long, bro.
Spartacus again.
I'm used to anime where it's 20-minute episodes, not these hour-long episodes.
Get it? You're a weeaboo. We know.
Dude, you know, anime, bro, say what you will about it. Dude, some of that shit bangs hard, dude. Are you an anime guy, Cody? Be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Inspirational.
What's
come
your
on.
what's your poison? What's your favorite?
So the one that like was super influential when I was growing up was Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Holy
That's
shit,
like-
that is a pick, dude. I actually watched some of
Yeah.
that on the plane. I downloaded it and watched it on the plane for an event. I watched like half a season of
nice.
it. That shit is sick. That's the one with like they're like mechazoids, right, or some shit, right? Big robots.
Yeah, they're like humanoid robots.
Yeah,
that are
that
actually humans.
That shit is silly. Almost like what's that movie? Pacific Rim. I feel like it's kind of like what it
Yeah.
kinda reminds
No,
me
a lot
of.
of influences.
You know,
yeah.
or like the Power Rangers. You know how it's like the Red Ranger gets like his fucking Megazoid or whatever. You know, that's kind of what that reminds me of. But damn, dude, what's your favorite anime of all time?
Fooly Cooly.
I have
FLCL.
never heard of that.
Don't know if I've
What?
heard that one.
It's only 6 episodes.
What?
Actually, yeah, easy to watch.
What? Can you give me like some background of it? What is that? I've never even heard of it.
It's a boy. It's a coming of age story. I think he's in middle school, and an alien crash lands into his hometown, and he has to fight off aliens with a guitar.
What the fuck? That sounds awesome,
Yeah,
actually.
it's wild. It's wild.
This looks kind of cool.
Damn. And how
Is this?
is that like a newer anime? Is that like a 90s anime?
Oh, that's like super old.
Oh,
Maybe like 2000s.
Okay.
Early 2000s.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think that like Naruto is like almost like the 90s now. When did Naruto first air?
Whoa.
Or like Yu-Gi-Oh is like the late 90s. Like I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh when I was like a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
kid. Like, oh my god, dude, it's time.
What do you guys
it's-
consider Pokemon as anime? I know a lot of
I
people
would
don't
definitely consider that an
it
anime. How do you not?
A lot of people don't consider it.
How do you not consider that a fucking anime?
Like Avatar. Like, oh, Avatar is not anime.
I even
it's
consider
American.
that an anime because it looks kind of like it. You know?
When
I
when
would
people
say-
ask if I watch anime, I tell them I like watching Archer. That's animation, right?
I mean, in a way, I mean, you got us there. I mean, that's anime to me as well. Not even gonna lie.
Checkmate. Thanks.
Like, at what point is it a cartoon? You know, compared to anime.
The Fooly Cooly, everything I'm seeing, is this real? Each episode's 180 minutes long? I don't
Holy
know,
shit.
It's gotta be a typo or something. I don't know.
I think there's like other spin-offs. So
Okay.
the series I liked, it was literally only 6 episodes. It was like 20 minutes each. So
God damn, that sounds fucking awesome.
Oh, runtime.
2
That's
hours.
weird. Okay, I see 23 to 31 minutes for run. I don't know. Okay, that's weird. Just everything it shows 180 minutes. Like, God damn, that's an investment.
Hell yeah. But okay, Cody. Sorry, I got to round it back. I got a couple more questions for you, brother.
Shoot.
For you, what is the biggest sacrifice you've ever had to give up for paintball?
I was married and I got divorced over paintball.
No way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Tell,
I mean,
wh-
I
how
didn't get
old were
divorced,
you?
but I have for sure lost double-digit girlfriends over paintball.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
How old were you when you got married? If you don't mind me asking.
This was. Oh my gosh. I was like 26 now.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh shit, so that's like 10 years
Yeah.
ago for you now, right?
Yeah.
damn.
Wait. Timeline is getting mixed up in my head.
Hold on.
I got divorced like 2022.
Okay.
I was married for 4 years.
18. Yeah, well,
Two, yeah.
math's hard. 28 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
28. Yeah.
about. All right. All right. Uh, mm, that's the age we got married.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. That's all right. He plays. We're good. What I don't know. You- what kind of struggles was that going through? The paintball and everything.
So when we first when we started our relationship, we were both in like high school, or sorry, not high school, college. So it was like I don't know when we both got different careers, and I think we just kind of drifted apart.
Hmm.
Paintball seemed to be like this wedge, though. Um, I think one of the issues I early on, like I had her like working at the field with my parents, and maybe that was not a good idea because it created this weird dynamic where paintball was involved in the relationship, and I think it meant different things to her than it did to me. Um, I still don't understand entirely, right? Because it didn't end well, so
Hmm.
Yeah.
never got that. Never understood exactly how paintball became the like this wedge between us, but it was there and it was hard to address. I mean, I think that is one of the things I've realized getting divorced and also like in paintball is just being like as honest and open as you can, with people. And I wasn't when I was married. There was
Mm.
things I didn't bring up because I was afraid of conflict. That's something I'm actively trying to be better about is not avoiding conflict, like addressing issues when you have them.
For sure. I mean,
So
uh, there have been times where like I've been dating a girl and obviously they want to spend time with you on the weekend, right? But
yeah,
when you're playing double days all the time, it's like the only really quality time sometimes you would get is the stuff after work where you're already like tired, they're already tired. Like it's like, all right, cook food, like get ready for bed. They it's not an easy balance. I mean, dude, like uh when I had a girlfriend, dude, that genuinely like I thought I was gonna marry, and I am so against marriage where, dude, I genuinely thought, right, for a second, and then like it would just build up, kind of. I was the same as you, where it's like I was afraid of conflict. I never really wanted to bring it up, but my mistake of not bringing it up eventually got it to where it was this thing that was slowly boiling the frog until it exploded, right? And it exploded in my fucking face, and it was not easy for me when uh, the person who I thought I loved was like, dude, I don't love you anymore. Like you're doing this thing that is taking up too much time. Like I don't. It's so blindsided. You don't really know how to react to it because you love paintball so much, and it's like, holy fuck, like you do have to be honest with yourself, right? And that's why I'm blessed with the current girlfriend that I have now, where I can kind of talk. I can kind of talk to her about that, and it at least for me, it's kind of cool because she kind of wants to get involved more with paintball, right? So I'm blessed in that aspect. But dude, like, it is not easy. Like losing some, I've lost so many friendships and relationships over that. Where man, it's hard. Paintball is such a thing that we love so much and we're willing to sacrifice so much. So it's like, man,
and if you don't play, you don't understand. Like you
yes,
don't understand why we're sacrificing so much.
Yeah, people from the outside, they're just like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, you're just playing fucking shooty ball, shooting fucking gelatinous balls at your fucking friends. But it was, I don't know what it was. It was just that feeling of paintball where, I don't know, I guess maybe she looked at it like I just love paintball more than her, which I guess in the grand scheme of things, I did. Yeah, I'm just being honest with myself. You know, I did love paintball more than I loved her. And it bit me in the ass, but I'm not at all nowadays. Like I'm blessed with the, you know, the path that I've taken and the choices that I've made and the sacrifices that I've made, you know. So
Yeah, it it like I talked about passion earlier, but again, you have that passion for paintball, and I think just about all of us are able to differentiate the passion versus like, you know, like a loving relationship, but we're because we're in it, we're within paintball. Right? This is what we're doing. Like I'm passionate about paintball. I love it, but I'm passionate about it. But I love you, and I want to do this with you. Like I want to do my passion with you next to me. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's as Hatch was saying, he got lucky with his girlfriend that wants to be involved, and he. I remember you were asking all of us if we think it's a good idea to bring her along, right, for some practices and stuff. Like that was a big step for you, Hatch.
huge.
Yeah. For me, for myself, um, you know, my wife that got her in, you know, talked about paintball and everything was showed her. You know, she came to a couple tournaments or whatnot, and then it wasn't even me. I wasn't even the one pushing for her to play or anything. It was other girls around the paintball field. You know, as you two know, Christina was the one that was pushing her to come on and everything to put because they
She's
needed
awesome.
one more girl to make a 3-man, yeah, or a 3 woman or whatever. So that was nice. It was like a little girls community there that to move that along. Didn't didn't feel like I pushed that on her or anything, but yeah, no, it's incredibly even then it's still taxing on the relationship,
100%.
and like we're both in it. Like, in
Yeah.
two different teams, we're both passionate about it. I mean, I have both our guns right here set up, like just picking it up and everything. Like it's our free time. And
Yeah.
she's in school full time. She's working part time, and then any free time that she has, she's coming with me to the paintball field. So even then, it's still work. I don't know. And you said so it's been like 4 years or so since you and again, if we're
Yeah,
asking
it is a
too
touchy
personal
subject, so
questions,
I'm
No,
not trying to
honestly.
overstep.
yeah,
No, I'm fine being open about it. I'm cool about it now.
We
okay.
I'm over the hump, I would say.
we
Was it
appreciate that,
Part.
brother.
yeah? Was it cordial? Was the breakup cordial? Or
More or less, yeah.
okay, gotcha.
It didn't get too messy. If you,
Okay,
that,
okay. I was good.
yeah.
I was
You're
gonna.
not getting you're
Fortunately,
not getting your setup
fortunately,
fucking burned
Yeah.
and seeing that shit in like the back of
Woo!
a truck somewhere, you know. So you
yeah,
know
right.
things could be worse, but
Could always be
Dude,
worse.
you
yeah.
know I got a quick question for him, Brando. So
Yeah.
Cody, with that whole situation, how has that changed you for the future? What have there been any things that you're gonna change about yourself? Have there been any like lessons that you've learned?
Oh, definitely. Like I think, like how I said before, it's just trying to be as more transparent and more open and just like communicate your thoughts more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always been kind of an introvert. So and like kind of like the stoic, not very, talkative type. So it's trying to be more open to everyone, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
for all relationships.
Dude,
Yeah.
so valid,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
And
transparency is for sure key.
yeah, the transparency, the not be afraid to go up against conflict. I think that also translates to paintball. You know, were you the same way with paintball when it came to communicating or talking about like something that happened on the field that went wrong? Were you the same way, you know, avoiding conflict off the field like you were on the field at all, or was it
Oh,
like you were opposite on the field like when it came to paintball? and then you just like realizing like I that's what I got to do also in my personal life in order to grow and learn from there.
I mean, I think there's something about paintball, especially when you put the mask on, like you're
Oh
more
yeah.
your true self, maybe, you know? But I think maybe after and like feedback to players and being like honest with people, like that's something that's only more recently I'm trying to be like give true feedback when
Mhm.
people want it, you know? But that it's a fine line, right? Not everybody
Oh yeah.
wants the hard
Yeah,
talk.
each person's different.
Yes.
Each person's coached differently and everything. Yeah, absolutely. And putting on the mask, being your true self, that's fucking true. Like when Caden puts on the mask, oh my god, we gotta slow it down with the slurs, Caden.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
Amen.
Why? Why do we do this to me?
It's okay, buddy. But you know, so what are some if anybody is in a similar boat that is kind of in your position that was kind of in that position, what advice would you give them?
About what
Like
part?
if so sorry. So I would say if they're kind of
That's
in that
enough.
position where, maybe they're kind of getting into arguments with their spouse over it, or, maybe not shying away from conflict. What kind of advice would you give for maybe trying to go a different direction? You know.
So, it was a couple of years ago. I don't know what's the YouTube channel, but it's like their motto is like seek discomfort. I don't know if you
Oh,
Oh,
guys
I think I
know what
know
I'm
that
talking
one
about.
actually.
oh, yeah. They travel everywhere. I
Yeah, but they have
used to look.
such great videos.
Yeah, they
They
do.
do.
But like that idea of like just being willing to like do uncomfortable things, I think that's a huge one.
Yes theory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Yes Theory.
Such a
Shout
good series.
shout out to the
Yeah,
Yes
Those
such
guys
good
are
Theory.
stuff.
awesome.
So good, right? And I mean, I feel like a lot of it just kind of goes back to like transparency, where it's like you have to voice where you are with paintball and where you are with the relationship, right? Because I just feel like, I mean, paintball is especially hard because, dude, it is a messy, dirty sport. That newsflash, ladies hate getting messy and fucking dirty. Newsflash, everybody, right? So, you know, I don't really know. I don't really know how to like go about it, right? Because I mean, it was frustrating because my last girlfriend, dude, she fucking hated paintball. Like every single weekend that I'm gone, well, she was like, "Ah, you're going to go play fucking paintball again?" And eventually, I just got like okay with. I just got okay with kind of like that like mentality, right? Where I didn't really address it. Where I was like, why you like that towards paintball? I was just like, all right, whatever, fuck you, I'm out, right? But I don't know. I'm just fucking
It's a zero.
I'm just yapping at this fucking straight up, dude. Any girl that doesn't like paintball, zero. Just
It's weird to think about how with paintball, even though we play it either 1 or 2 days of the week, it takes up such a big like it's like such a big part of like your
who we
timeline,
are.
especially with it being on the weekend. I think
Yeah.
it it obviously for sports where it's like you're playing like Monday through Friday, it's a lot of time, but like with paintball, it's I don't know, it's like it's eating away at the chance of that free time on the weekend. I think that's a big problem with like the relationships of when you could be hanging out with your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You know, some advice that Chim gave me when he was after Cup, he kind of pulled me aside and he's like, dude, you need to this off season, you need to relax more. You need to
Mm.
go make memories. You need to like sure you can play paintball every weekend, but dude, take a weekend off, go hang out with your girlfriend, be a human. And I took that and I was like, wow, like my own coach is telling me that where it's like, you need to be yourself, go do things, not be 100% paintball 100% of the time. Really kind of woke me up to where I was like, he's absolutely right. There's different. You need to experience different things to be a human. I guess that's what it felt like. And that was kind of a big like self discovery thing with me, where you know, I mean, shit, there was like 3 weeks where I wasn't out of the field like straight. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it felt weird. Like I felt like I was betraying myself, but in my head, I have Chim's voice in my head where he's like, dude, like, slow down, go make memories, you know, like. And he was also in the position. I don't want to like air out anything, but I think he might have also been in a position where, you know, he made sacrifices for paintball, and you know, maybe a sim like I bet almost guarantee a ton of us in here have probably lost relationships over paintball, right? To where
Definitely.
not you, Brando, because you're a fucking perfect
Oh,
little angel,
I have.
right? So I don't know, dude. It's just it is such a subject where it kind of gets me emotional in a way, because I'm like, man, like, you know, like, what is like a man in my book? You know, a man is like the kind of guy where it's like, sure, we have our hobbies and things we like to do, but it made me realize, dude, if the home front is not okay, paintball's not going to be okay, right? You have to have your home front okay, or else when you go into battle, it's gonna be the fog of war, and you're just gonna be thinking about how you can make your home life better,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Definitely.
You got that looming over you, back of your mind.
for sure, right? I mean, dude, we've talked about it. Where how many times where we've heard a guy on the phone with his girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, you guys lost? When you coming home?" And it's quick, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like that kind of like vibe over my head, dude. I could not do it. It freaks me out. To where it's like I don't know if it's like the word anxiety is right, because that's a fucking crazy fucking sissy word now, but you know, it's a real thing, right? But I don't really know, you know. Chim's words of wisdom really stuck in my head, to where I'm like, go have fun, go experience life, go get your fucking knees scraped, and go shark dive with your friends with no cage, you know.
Go visit the Museum of Death.
Right, dude, that was one of the reasons why we went to the Museum of Death. You ever heard of that place, Cody? The Museum of Death?
No, I've not.
Dude, bro, I would highly recommend going there at least once in your life. It is crazy.
Okay.
It is a do you know where it is? Oh, it's on Hollywood Boulevard, I'm pretty sure.
Hollywood. Yeah.
It is a museum
Okay.
all about death, and as fucking weird as that sounds, there's so much crazy shit in there. I know we just got a fucking crazy topic change to some non-emotional stuff, but that was a big wake up call for me, because when you see all this death in there and you come out, they were like, "Oh man, don't you feel good to be alive?" I was like, "Whoo, yeah, feels good to be alive," right? Like I just have like this philosophy of just like, what is a human? Like, what am I supposed to be doing as a human on this earth? You know, like 1,000 years, I mean, even 100 years ago, fucking shooty ball wasn't even a thing, you know, with your friends. So it's like, it's just such a new thing that when we replicate war in our minds, it puts like this primal instinct that if you're not playing it, you just don't get it, right? Especially when you have a spouse that just does not understand like the mental that you go into, like when you put the mask on, right? And sometimes like maybe we chase the feeling of having the mask on more than when we would be home, you know?
I think a lot of people chase the events, right? Is that
Yes.
because it's such a different feeling when you're at a paintball tournament, you know?
It's like time stops. It's like you
Yeah.
get to see all your friends. Like, you don't, like, whether it be Thursday or Sunday, who gives a fucking shit? Like, paintball is around you, right? You're around great people, and it is essentially like what we do it for is the community. You know, like there's tons of people where it's like, you know, why do you stick around paintball? Oh, the community. Like, there's never been anything like it. And I think that's just one of the things that we chase, and we put that mask on, and, you know, escape the responsibilities, because with paintball there's no real responsibilities. You know, it's go out there, have a good time with your friends, like in the grand gist of it, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit weird about that, but you know, the sacrifices
We
that you have to
always got to get philosophical.
yeah, I mean, I just feel like the sacrifices that you have to give up for paintball, especially to compete in anything over D3, you know, dude, it is so much time, money, commitment, emotions, mental fucking fortitude. Because, I mean, if you're anything like me, Cody, dude, that plane ride home after a tough event, dude, that shit is rough, right? And now it's like you got to go back to your job, and it's like, oh fuck, and you're surrounded by paintball, right? So how is that mental fortitude for you?
It's different. I think you have to embrace the rough points, and and actually you have to find joy in it, right? It can't just all be bad
Hmm.
because you definitely lose a lot more than you win.
Facts.
That's for everybody across the board in paintball.
Hmm.
You're not gonna win all the events, so you have to enjoy losing. Like you have to find something great out of every moment. I mean, yeah, I enjoy I enjoy all of it. The practices, like the idea of getting better. I think something that I like and where I've found success in any part of my life is learning, right? Is embracing trying to grow as a person and learn. And I think that's something that you have to keep doing even when you get to pro is you have to be willing to to strip the ego and learn from other people, like whoever can be. Like it can be, somebody that you think is lower than you, eh, but maybe they have some good insight and be willing to take that insight and try to get better from it,
Hmm.
from everybody.
Because nobody knows everything, right? I don't think there's a single
Yeah.
paintball player that has picked up a marker that knows absolutely everything.
Well, I think when you think you know everything, I think that's when you stop learning, and that's when you stop getting better at paintball because you have to be able to keep growing.
Hundred
The
percent.
game's constantly changing.
Yeah. And I don't know where I saw it, but there was like this video. I think might have been Ryan Greenspan, where he was kind of like breaking down. He's like, if I'm off the box and my ball is going 300 feet per second, how long is it going to take to reach the backfield? And it was just like very very in depth to like almost the science and the geometry behind paintball, right? And that's where it's like you kind of have to like start digging into that part, right? When you're kind of already past like how to shoot a guy, you know how to snapshot, and you have your fundamentals like that. You really have to go into the deeper part of paintball. And that's where you kind of lose a lot of people, was where they're like, man, no, I don't want to take that shit this serious. That you're doing too much. You're try hard, right? That's where that kind of like ideology comes from. And I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate that shit. When someone's like, oh, dude, you're a try hard, I'm like, yeah, whatever it is, I'm a try hard, bro. Dude, two-hand touch football, I'm a try hard. I mean, I'm not gonna bring
I'm
out
gonna
football
win.
gloves in PE, but I'm a try, right? But sorry, that was just a fucking kid that I went to high school with named Jakari, bro. Would bring fucking gloves out to PE football. I'm like, this guy's doing too much for sure, bro, for sure, right? But Cody, what is your goal overall? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Um, it's making this dream work. It's
Mm-hmm.
making the team work. Um, I think you have to truly, if you want to be successful in the pro division, you have to truly believe you're the best in the world, right? So I want to be the best.
Fuck yeah, that is
Hell yeah.
amazing. That is fucking amazing. Well, Brando, Caden, you got anything else for our special guest?
Yeah, what you got,
Couple more,
Caden?
couple more. Well, one, is there a favorite location that you've been to so far with NXL or just any tournament in general?
Um, the Europe stuff has been amazing. It's just because, being able to travel to other countries to play paintball is literally like the dream for me. Like
Oh,
that's the peak of how cool paintball is. So, probably one of the best venues I've ever played at was CPPS in Birmingham, the UK. Like
Okay.
that field is amazing. But like areas I've been to is Portugal's so awesome.
mm,
Like those are such great events. I wish they had it for this year, but we're doing Prague, and I've heard great things about Prague. So
okay.
What's
Yeah,
the best
before I
memory?
quit, I'm gonna add that.
What's the
Oh,
best memory
sorry.
that you've had, like going, like that's non paintball, but say you were going to Europe to play paintball? What is the best non paintball thing you've done?
it's staying at hostels, social
Oh,
hostels.
Oh, dude, I look, you have nightmares about some of that shit, bro. Getting murdered. Shit is so
Oh
scary.
yeah, once you get over that fear, it's a great time, honestly.
Okay, hell
You
yeah.
have to pick the right hostel, but there's this cool website called hostelworld.com. Definitely recommend it. You can search by reviews, find hostels that are actually like legit, where they actually create a sense of community. So you get to meet like random people, and it's
all over the
all
world.
across the world. It's so much fun. And like when you tell them about paintball, like they're actually like super excited. Like,
Yeah.
what? You play pro paintball? And from the US? Like that's crazy.
What's the
It's
craziest
a good
story you've
time.
heard from one of those random people?
Okay, when I was in Portugal, there was this guy from, was it Brazil? It was South America, and he's like, "Yeah, I used to ref." I was like, "What?" He's like,
Okay.
"Yeah, I didn't even wear." He was like, "I didn't even wear goggles."
What?
Like I was like, "What?" It didn't make any sense. Like I don't know, something was like lost in translation, but it was like they were shooting at like 160 feet per second or something, so he didn't wear a mask. Ugh,
That's
Damn.
totally logical.
crazy. It didn't make any sense.
That's like a dream. I've had nightmares about that where I'm like killing it in the snake. I like come up. I'm like, oh, Brandon Cornell, you're done, buddy. You know, fucking Dalton Vanderbilt, you're done. Anybody on Impact, right? You're done, right? And then I'm like, oh shit, I don't have a mask on. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, like shooting, peeking through my eyes like that. I've had multiple nightmares like that. No joke. But yeah, that's fucking crazy. That a hostel, that is like the definition of like a melting pot where you can find so many stories and not only tell your own, right? And
Yeah.
they're probably gonna be like, oh man, let's get on a fucking podcast with some random people and tell them our hostel stories, you know. But this fucking guy playing paintball, you never know, right? And then
Yeah.
that is, damn, a hostel that freaks me out. Not even gonna lie.
I highly recommend it. Like I try to do like one trip that's non-paintball related at the end of the year, like December time,
Okay.
just to like, reset.
Mhm.
And uh last December I went to Thailand and I
Oh
stayed at
hell yeah.
hostels in
Oh,
Thailand.
Oh.
So much fun.
dude, I hear Thailand is so cool. I I
It,
have a couple people from work went to Thailand just by themselves or like with one. I think one guy with just one friend and spent a whole week, 2 weeks, something like that. It just came back and they were just thrilled. Already booked
yeah.
trips back. It, yeah, it's. I mean, it was that your first time there?
Yeah. First time
Yeah,
there. I went solo. It was a great time.
Damn.
yeah.
What was the
See,
pricing like on everything? Was everything really expensive there? Was everything really cheap there? What was the American dollar like there?
So I think the dollar is like one US dollar is like 32 baht. You can get meals for like $2 in Bangkok.
Oh hell
Like,
yeah.
damn.
yeah, good meals. And if you get outside the main like capitals, it's even cheaper. So,
Hmm.
Oh shit. Did you try street
yeah.
food?
Your money goes far. It's crazy.
Did you try any street food?
Oh yeah, of course.
Hell
You
yeah.
They have
have
these
to.
really cool night markets where like it's a ton of stalls and you're just like wandering around and just eat anything that looks good or smells good, honestly.
Damn,
So cool.
Damn.
we should go to Thailand, boys. I know we said we should go to a lot of places and shit, like
Hi,
Auschwitz and stuff.
ladies.
All right, Caden, chill the
Wait,
fuck
what?
out. Chill the fuck out, Caden.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
What are the,
wait, what did you say? Like, go where?
To Thailand or like
Something
Auschwitz or
else.
something. I feel like Auschwitz would be sick to go to.
That is what I heard.
You
I
know-
knew I heard
I
something
didn't hear
weird.
that.
Well, I feel like that would be a great historical monument to go to. You know,
Oh.
they say that the silence talks, and do okay. I'm
Uh,
not even
fun
gonna.
fact, I've
I
already
am
been
not
there.
even gonna make my spiritualness joke. I can't. I can't. Move on. We're going
I've
somewhere
already
else.
been.
Oh my god.
Cody, I'm a very spiritual person.
Alright.
Spirits come to me. I'm not even messing with you. So that might be a place where I might be attacked. No joke. But
He is a very spiritual
dude.
person.
do I tell him, dude? Have you ever heard of the Night Marchers?
Oh,
You ever heard of
God.
that?
No,
Dude, okay.
Not heard of
Imagine
them,
kind of like that picture I sent you earlier with like the mud people.
uh-huh.
In a way, kind of like that, but not completely different. They're like Hawaiian warriors that would protect the queen back in the day. And when me and Brando went to Hawaii, one of the locals told me about it, and I was like obsessed with it. I'm asking every fucking local I talk to about the Night Marchers, and some would be like, "Oh yeah, the Night Marchers. You'll hear the drums before you see them," or something like that, right? And some people wouldn't even talk to me. Some people would be like,
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, "Have you ever heard of Night Marchers?" They would turn around and walk away,
Mm-hmm. I just
Right.
What?
right?
don't
And
even want to
so
talk.
eventually, I was like, okay, we went on a hike and found out that is a walking ground for the Night Marchers at night for their spirits, right? And me and Brando were like, okay, let's go get some fucking flashlights. Let's go to Walmart. We got some like 2,000 lumen flashlights, the real deal. When we go down, we go to this peak where there's there's like a platform, and the Warriors were on there, but another rival tribe was like, you know, poking spears at them, where it's like either meet the face of our spear or go kill yourself and jump off the cliff, right? And so we went there at night, and dude, this story is just like, I tell it so often, it's just so crazy. It is like we go up, Brando's driving, I'm in shotgun, and we have Brando's wife, fiance at the time, fiance at the time, ex-girlfriend.
My ex-girlfriend, yeah.
Boom, there we go, right? And then we had our other teammate Cedar and his wife in the back. I was the fifth wheel, you know what I'm saying? I roll like that. And so we go up, the gate is closed. We drive around the gate. And as soon as we drive around the gate, there's like a fucking Elden Ring fog wall of like where you can't even see through it. So we're like, all right, drive through it. We drive through it. On the other side, it is thunderstorming, raining, like, dude, like next level, like thunderstorm. We drive up to the top. We didn't want to go too far in to like where the peak was, where they directly fell off. But me and Brando look at each other. We're like, all right, let's go to this like little like half wall, because it was like a half wall. Him and Michelle run out there. I jump on top of the half wall, right, to where if I fall forward, I'm dead. There's like,
it's the cliff.
It's like a cliff.
Oh, jeez.
Right.
We're at the top of the cliff,
right,
where supposedly the tribe jumped off. Like, it is straight down, pitch black.
Right,
down.
and I can see the raindrops from my like the reflection of my flashlight going all the way down and coming all the way back up. Like, it is insane
because of how windy it is.
It is so windy, and like I'm like standing over this thing, like looking left and right, looking for night marchers, and then all of a sudden, dude, a huge gust of wind hits me, like in my chest, and I'm like, oh shit, right? I'm like falling backwards, right? And then all of a sudden, like I was gonna fall on the back of my head, and then all of a sudden, all I feel is like two hands on my back, and then I land on my feet, and I'm like, me and Brando were like, whew, like let's run back to the car, and I'm like, oh Brando, dude, thank you, dude, like I felt your hands on my back, you saved me. And he goes, dude, that wasn't me, bro. Because he was holding my pocket. He has his flashlight in his right hand and my pocket in his flashlight in right hand, pocket in left, because he's like holding me from falling forward, right? Pulls me back. I feel these hands on my back, and I'm just like, what the fuck was that, right? And then so we get back to the car. I'm like shining my flashlight, and then all of a sudden in the woods jungle. In the jungle there is like this huge, what looks like a combustion of flames. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And me and our teammate Cedar's wife were the only people who saw it. And we like freaked out. As soon as we saw it, we're like, oh my God, did you guys see that? And everybody's like, huh? What? Huh? And I'm like, bro, how did you guys not see that? So I'm like, maybe I hit a sign. Like, it's like, maybe my mind is getting the better of me. Maybe my mind is seeing things that aren't there. But it wasn't just me that saw it. And I'm like trying to like, I'm like, maybe I hit like a road sign, like a reflective road sign. And I'm trying to get it. Nothing. And then, dude, cats start coming out of the fucking jungle, surrounding us in like a dude.
Weird. I don't know where they came from.
Dude,
there's no houses, nothing near us.
There's nothing near us, dude. There are cats like slowly walking at us in like a semicircle, and they're just dude. I'm not even fucking with you, dude. It sounds so crazy, but it's so true, right? And they're just like staring at us, and then me and Brando are like, maybe that's a sign for us to get the fuck out of here. And because I was like, man, maybe the omens, or maybe like the night marchers are like manifesting themselves in the cats to like ward us off as an omen, right? And then so we left there, and dude, I'm not even messing with you. Ever since, dude, I have felt the presence of the night marchers. I'm not even messing with you. There have been times where I talk about them, and it'll be like dead quiet in a room, and then we'll hear like a sword like slash through the air and like cut the air, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who was that? Right? And dude, I'm not even messing with you. It is so crazy. But how do we even get on this story?
You're spiritual. We get it.
Yes. So no Auschwitz. I'm too spiritual for that. Right. So now I remember where we are. So we're taking a trip somewhere. FTS. You know, we're making some content somewhere. But
nice. I had one more question. Before I pass it on to Brando, and this is probably the most important question of tonight. I'm asking all the guests we have. It's gonna be more important than Brando's question. Cody, what's your favorite color?
It used to be blue, but now it's red.
Aftermath red? Is that because of Aftermath?
Aftermath red. 100%.
Hell yeah. Right. Bleed red.
Cool.
Brando?
Yep.
What's your question?
You mentioned about growing paintball, right? Growing the community and everything with what you're doing with the the ASG aftermath tournaments and stuff, getting new players in. Um, what do you think? You know, anyone else can do to help grow paintball within, whether it's like the whole large community itself or within their local community around their field. You know, what do you think anyone like us, maybe people like us or lower division guys that can do to in order to help it move forward and grow?
Uh, I mean, everybody can do there's a lot of things, but I think probably the biggest thing you can do, well, I think there's a couple of things I think that could be really helpful. I think everyone should be posting more on social media because that seems to be what, I mean, that's how people find anything right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is social media is,
Everybody's glued to their phone.
yeah, everybody is. I am as well. But also it's like making sure anytime you see a new player, it's like try to make them more inclusive, right? It's like especially like new players, rental players, make sure they're having a good time and like if you're playing walk-ons or something, like don't be a dick. Don't be that guy that just blows them up and so
Mm.
they never play again. Like we need more new players to get addicted
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and love it as much as we do.
Keep coming back. Keep coming
Hmm.
back.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
post more on
The
social media.
scariest thing I see as like running tournaments is that there's more D4 teams than there are D5 teams. So we need to keep like getting people in
Mm-hmm.
because that's like the pyramid is no longer a pyramid. It's like a circle now.
Fucking
Yeah.
gerrymandering it, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like just some fucking weird shape, you know? And
Yeah.
there's a huge. We suffer the same thing. Sometimes like our D4 will be fucking stacked, and then the D5 is kind of like lacking. There's like what, like maybe like 8 teams or something like that, where you
Something
know,
like that every now and
which
then.
sometimes, I mean, 8 teams. It takes a lot to get 80 dudes together to do anything, you know. So it's like
Yes.
to that credit, right? 8 teams is a lot, but you know, obviously we want more, and we want people to like see the beauty of paintball, like in any division, right? So I think it's like that connection with like 3-man D5, where it's like they have to make that jump from like 3-man to D5, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, Cody, one final closing tradition for us. If the entire world is connected to you as a single conduit, and you can tell the entire world anything, what would you tell them? Every single person is connected to where you're on a megaphone talking to every single person on the earth. What would you tell everybody?
I think so many people are just going through the motions of life. And like I see it within my like just normal day-to-day life. Like just so many people are like just turned off, you know? Like they're on automatic. It's
Autopilot for
like
sure.
I don't know. Yeah, just like so if more people could just be living, you know, truly like be present.
Be present.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Be
I
present.
mean, one of our teammates, Paul Stollard, he has like a big thing, and you know, Brando, I'll let you tell the story about when we were out there when we won like a nasty ass fucking like
Oh,
3-on-5.
yeah. All right. So this was in Tampa this past year at the Raymond James, out right outside the Raymond James Stadium. Oh my God, it was so nice. Um, so it was the start of our third year in semi pro, right? And we've gone uh, uh, we've gone 2-2 a lot, right? 1-3, couple 0-4s, whatnot. But
Nah, we don't
two
mention
and
those.
twos were like our fucking oh yeah, just
Like a
fucking two
single
and two.
point,
Like, it
like
pisses
a
me off.
single
Yeah,
point, whether it be overtime or like regulation time. Like we are
just
missing the cut by one single
just
point
yeah.
Oof.
So
Brutal.
over and over again.
so yeah, so the tournament came and it was what we were 2-1 going to that last game, and we God, I don't know. Point went down. Some shit happened, and it ended up being like a 3-on-5 with myself, Hatch, and Paul, who he's the tall motherfucker on our team, super tall. And that whole weekend, we were pulling off a good amount of 3-on-5s. But this one was felt like the communication was fucking beautiful and everything. And we pull it off 3-on-5, and maybe it was the mercy point or something where time was running down, and we run over to the box Hatch and I meet first, and then Paul is running over.
I'm like reaching for the buzzer, and Paul's like, wait.
Wait, and we stop, and like he walks up as we look at him.
As you look at him like that, I'm like,
only-
I look
only
at him
you.
on like normal eye level
Yeah.
because I'm also 6'2".
Oh my god. And he's like, he tells us, dude, turn around, and like we turned around and we're looking at the stadium, and he's like, be here, be where your feet are, be present. We did this. We're breaking our 2-2 fucking shit fest. We're going in dominant, and like be here, enjoy it right now, because tomorrow's a new tournament. So I'm like, we did. We took a moment. We stood there, just took a moment. All three of us just staring at the stadium because it was beautiful, midday, like probably around noon, probably around lunchtime. Just watching the stadium, taking it all in. Like, fuck, dude. All right, your tournament starts tomorrow. Then like we turn around and hit the buzzer, right? And yeah, he is big on that of being present and being grounded and everything. And when the emotion gets way too high, and sometimes it's good, right, to celebrate the wins or the good times, but midpoint, like he's the one to like, hey, like fucking calm, collected, let's get level-minded, and let's go to do this again, right? And then when we have bad points or something, stuff's blown up in the pit, like, hey, we have the goldfish, have a goldfish mindset. Goldfish memories resets every 3 seconds. Like, that bad point's gone, goldfish.
Yeah.
All right, our memories wipe the memory clean. Let's go out there and do it again. Let's learn from it. Let's go out there and do better. So yeah, being present's definitely a big factor, I think.
Definitely.
Fuck yeah, boys. Sure. Well, before we do the sign off, Caden, Brando, cool guy of the week.
Oh, cool guy of the week. I got you. All right, cool guys. All right, cool guys. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I didn't know their names, but there it is. Of course, it's a TikTok.
Fucking TikTok.
But this one came up right after I saw one of Cody's TikToks. I was on the toilet. But this was in Arizona. Right? There were these workers. I think they were moving. They work for a moving company. And they had just gotten a Amber Alert on their phone. And they're at like outside of some fast food restaurant. And they're looking on their phone and talking to someone outside, and they look over and they see this woman get out with a kid, and someone points it out, like, is that the car on the Amber Alert? They're looking, all right, that same color car, what's the license plate? Same, like, okay, what, like, and then they have a picture of the little girl, right? And she gets the little girl out, and then they're like, that's fucking her.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her. We got her. So the drivers are like, I'm gonna go block her in. So she, pulls up this big ass 18-wheeler, blocks her in and everything, and call the cops. Get her saved. I think it was a couple hours after the Amber Alert went out. So
that's crazy.
Cool guy. Cool guys.
Cool guys with a Z, dude. Straight up.
Cool guy.
Holy shit, dude. I have like thought of those situations because obviously sometimes Amber Alerts come out and where I'm like, man, like how fucking crazy would that be? Where it's like you are the person between like the perpetrator. I'm like, god damn, dude, like that. I don't know. Is this just like anybody else's primal instinct when I'm in a room and when I'm in a room, I'm like, man, what would happen if a fucking gunman walked in? Like, anybody else get those thoughts? I'm like, I always try to position myself to sit in a spot where I can watch the front door. Is that weird?
No. I do that.
I for sure do that, dude. Because you never know when shit's going. Like you got to throw down.
I don't know if that's I don't think I'm sitting there waiting for the gunman to come through, but
What'd you say?
I'm
like
there
that?
to just people watch. I like people watching, so I don't know. I'm not necessarily hoping for a gunman, but I know I'm quick on my feet.
Hell yeah,
so,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an American citizen, bro. You got to be quick on the trigger. You know what I'm saying? But, all right. What's the code word?
Caden.
Me, code word?
Yep.
Yeah, you got something?
I typically
No?
make it up mid episode.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh man,
This guy, they're one
What
job.
are you crazy? I
Off
always
the
do
cuff.
that.
Off the cuff.
I used to have to.
Code
I
word
used to
of the
predict
week?
it and write it on the fucking whiteboard behind me. I
It
used to
used to
predict
be.
it and somehow like work it in somehow.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, a couple he missed. It's fine. We don't
Yeah,
talk
I'm
about
like,
those ones.
we'd be talking about something super emotional, and I'm like, Afghanistan, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, like that is not like the exact opposite of what we were talking about, you know, something
Okay.
horrible like that. But come on, Caden, what's the code word?
Code word of the week. I like what we talked about just now. So we're gonna do present.
Be in the
present.
present,
I like what we talked about.
you
I
know.
like what we talked about.
And Cody, bro, thank you so much for being here. It genuinely meant a lot, especially because it was like kind of a last second thing where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Cody. He's a great guy. Like I've seen him at the paintball field. He's the kind of guy that's always pushing for, you know, make paintball more mainstream. And dude, you had a story that just needed to be told, genuinely. And so I hope that in the future we can have you back on because, dude, you're the man. And genuinely, we relate so much between Aftermath and DMG because we're kind of on that like cusp of, you know, being a really good team, you know, pushing up into that like top 10, top 5 area, you know. And I mean, I'm an Aftermath fan for sure. And now that you and I have gotten more acquainted, I'm even more of an Aftermath fan, especially since we kind of like, you know, we're brothers in arms against Impact, you know. That's also another thing. So, but yeah, Cody, thank you for being here, bro. Seriously, you're the fucking man.
Well, I appreciate you guys for having me. It was fun.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
if you guys are
Appreciate
listening to this and you guys made it this far, make sure you guys comment present. Be where your feet are. Stay in the present. Whatever the fuck code word. Make sure you guys message that to Cody, Brando, and Caden. Thank you so much to Weltz Clothing. Without you guys, the show wouldn't even be on the air. So make sure you guys earn your Weltz. Use code FTS for 10% off. Hormesis Paintball. Get ready for the Iron Kids documentary. Dan Napoli keeps on dropping hints every single week about how much farther and how blessed he is to work on it. So I'm trying to be blessed. I'm trying to have my eyes blessed by whatever he's working on. You know, I'm excited for it. Right. And so last but not least, Capital Edge Paintball Park come out this weekend, which is the the 28th, 29th weekend of February. If you're seeing this now on the public platform, you're already too late. You already missed it. But come to Capital Edge, come watch some Titans battle it out. It's going to be a good time. So if you're listening, we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.